back on Shades of Green with our folks in studio. Hello.
Hello. For everyone's watching.
Queen Wave.
The Queen Wave.
And we're back on Shades of Green on KDWN 720 AM in Las Vegas. We're here with First Nevada and Gene Hoppert and Victor Lopez. I'd like to point out that if you'd like to get more information about this on your local computer, check out firstnevada.org. That's spelled out FIRSTNEVADA.org. We're produced by Green Alliance, and I would like you all to go online and check out greenalliance.org, greenalliancenv.org, and the value of a membership to Green Alliance, and get joined up. And for our listeners, if you'd like to call in with any questions, our number is 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-KDWN. When we went to break, we were talking about competition and how well we fare here in Nevada against the rest of the state, or the rest of the country, or the rest of the world, the universe. Tell us where we're at with that.
Well, like I was saying, there was our top award. It's more than just robot. Our top award is the Chairman Award. It's the most prestigious award. There's one given at each competition, and then
Worldwide.
Our winners last year was
Cimarron High School here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So Cimarron-Memorial won that award, and again, that's for giving back to the community and reinvesting their knowledge into the rest of the community and the world. They've started world teams.
So this is more than just building robots. This is a community event, and it was the Cimarron-Memorial High Rollers that won that worldwide award.
that is correct.
And what kind of things are they giving back to the community? Give us a little input.
Yeah,
on
so
what does that mean?
We kind of talked about earlier with a lot of the kids at the high school level are going back to mentor the First Tech Challenge, the First Lego League, and the Junior First Lego League students. So from the kindergarten level all the way to the high school. In addition, they also go to a lot of local events here in Las Vegas. They run parades. They do open houses. They go to football games. And they want to get the word out about what robotics is, how it can quite literally change your life by going through one of these programs and prep you for your future in education or in the workforce.
And as far as the students getting back into the community, one of the things you were talking about earlier is them going out and meeting with someone like SNWA or the Clark County Water Reclamation District and talking to them about water and learning more about water and how do they implement the water concept into their themed water robot. Tell us a little bit, how do you get them to be able to go out and speak with the big guys, if you will? And
they're nervous, but they do it.
Well, I think it's a matter of the expectations that the kids are trying to find out all these great things. And they do a wonderful job. And the more they practice, the better they get it. They do it at a younger level. By the time they get to the high school and the first robotic levels and the first tech challenge levels, they're very versed in speaking to industry people. The other thing is all of our programs really need a lot of volunteers to help. So if you're interested in giving up a Saturday to help on these volunteers, just sign up at our website and say we'd like to help. But even more so, the higher level programs have mentors so that you can come in and talk to these kids and be a role model for what we want future workforce to be.
Absolutely. That's how I got involved. I moved to Las Vegas Valley about a year and a half ago. I went to firstnevada.org. I emailed Jean and her associates over at First Nevada and said, hey, I'm an engineer. I've helped out with First before. What teams need me? Little did I know that we have about 6 or 7 high school level teams here in Las Vegas Valley, many of which have 0 mentors. Okay. There are literally 1 or 2 teachers trying to put in 50 hours, 60 hours at work a week to get these kids up to speed on FIRST Robotics. I joined one of the teams that didn't have any mentors. We have lots of other teams out there. If you want to help, you get to play with robots too. Adults, this is just as exciting for us as it is for the kids, I promise.
You're making me want to quit my day job. So we talked about...
remember, it's all non-volunteers, so our salaries are priceless.
Non-volunteers, I like that term. We were talking about earlier STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, and all the different areas that will lead these students to. They're learning a lot of different skill sets that's going to take them down a career path. You gave me this sheet that shows that 41% major in engineering. Tell us more about where do these students go and from learning about robots into picking a career path?
I've been mentoring with FIRST about 4 or 5 years, and some of my students have gone on to college and are now in the workforce. And I've had students have colleges literally fight over them, where every week a different college is giving them more money. Over $50 million is available in scholarships for these kids. And workplaces and colleges brag about how many FIRST Robotics alumni are at their universities. This is something that they want. They actively go out and search for. I was at a little tiny border town in Texas called Del Rio, Texas, with Team 4063. Texas A&M University flew professors out on private planes, because there is no international airport there, to recruit the kids specifically from the robotics program. That's the impact
awesome.
that this thing has on the workforce and in education and in the universities.
Wow, that's impressive.
These kids learn so many great skills besides, again, it's more than the robots. They learn how to work together, how to be self-directed, how to really speak to people. They learn the skills that will make them valuable members of the future workforce.
I can't say enough about where this takes people. I mean, I started out as a maintenance guy in my early days because we fixed everything around our own house, and now I work with cities, universities, colleges, and sell very complex energy conservation programs. I had no idea I'd ever end up here. I wish I'd have had something like this. I could probably be in a rocket ship right now or something.
The alumni are building rocket ships. That's the crazy part. They are at NASA. They are at JPL. They are at SpaceX. They are building the rocket ships that will take us to Mars.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
they
saying
actually-
the Mars rover was built by a FIRST alumni.
Yeah, we actually had a FIRST alumni working for NASA because NASA's a big supporter of the program. And they were trying to figure out these massive Mars rovers. And he said, well, why don't we make a little small rover that just goes around and gets everything? And they did, and that has more than exceeded the expectation, because they only expected it to run about 200 days, and it's now on its 7th or 8th year.
And
my word.
Cirque du Soleil is a huge sponsor here in local Las Vegas Valley, and they actively recruit our FIRST students into their program because Vegas is all about the show and about engineering and how we can build something to be more exciting. And a FIRST alumni is doing that for Cirque du Soleil. They have a whole team of them literally dreaming up the next big things to make people wow whenever they come here to visit.
Yeah, they're very mechanized, these shows in Las
Right.
Vegas.
There's as many technicians behind the scene as the performers in front, and many of those technicians behind are some of our best FIRST alumni.
And I've heard it said that for all the people you see on the floor of a casino, there are 10 people downstairs or in the back room. And that's the same with these shows. Same in the military. For every guy kicking down a door with a shotgun, there's 10 people behind them supporting them.
Right.
So that's the way industry works. And the educational part of this is so important. And how these kids go from nowhere and end up at the top of the heap, end up at MIT, where they started out in the ghetto and now they're going to an Ivy League college. Do you have any stories about that kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So here in the Las Vegas Valley, like I said, I got here about a year and a half ago, started working over at Clark High School on their team. Those kids have grown so much. One of my students who graduated last year started out in a single-family home. Mother does not have a car, works 7 days a week, nights, cooking. That's her job. Supports herself, him, and his little sister. Neither his mother or his father finished middle school. And he now, after graduating, is on track to go and enter college for his fall semester. And that's huge, to go from middle school to college in one generation.
Wow, that is impressive. Having been the first to graduate from college in my family of 7, that's an impressive thing that they can do that. So, hey, we're going to talk more about this when we come back to Shades of Green on KDWN. We'll be right back.